I think we just need our guys to get deep into games, but at the same time, we got to think about pitch counts. We need our guys coming back as quickly as we can get them. So I think a big part's going to be hitting and getting up early on teams. Obviously, we're the 1 seed, but it is postseason baseball, and one bad game could end your season. So I think we're going to come up against every opponent with the same mindset, not taking anybody lightly, because that could be costly for us and end our season. And we just got to come out with our best game and stay focused the whole way through, no matter who we're playing. Postseason, obviously we didn't even have a season at all last year, and it was sad for the seniors the year above us to see them go without having a chance at state. So I know all the seniors are very grateful for it, and we're going to be playing even extra hard now that we have postseason.
Hitting wise, you've had power left and right. What have you done to improve your game?
I've been in the weight room a lot, putting on weight, mass equals mash, and just been hitting the ball when the pitchers mess up. Seeing the fastball and hitting it, attacking early, and then making them pay for pitches they leave up or just miss spots.
What's going to be the biggest key for you guys starting in the regional tomorrow, going into postseason, and kind of making a deep run?
Biggest key for us is going to be keeping our pitch count low. We've been a 3-pitcher team basically all year, so if we can get ahead early and start ruling teams with our bats, then it'll help a lot.
We've had a few minor slip-ups there, but really we're just working backwards from postseason. We were getting guys loose and getting them some innings on the mound, and we wanted to try some guys in some different spots, and and we wanted to get Seth working out of the bullpen a little bit there and against Diedrich, and kind of get some guys in some different situations, because you never know what postseason's going to bring. Obviously we want to be the best team playing at the end of the season, and I think we are. But really what it comes down to in postseason is you may have the best 9 players, but it comes down to being the best team on that day. And that's what I've really been striving with this team, is that no matter what, you can't look ahead. You've got to focus on today, and you've got to focus on the team that you're playing right now. And don't worry about the outside influences. Don't worry about the bracket play. You just got to focus on being where we're at right now. Focus on playing for the present, and playing for the present moment. Focus on one pitch at a time, or really in postseason, what you got to do is you got to focus on winning every inning. We have our assistant coaches talk about all the time about winning every inch, and I think for the most part, I think we are. And I think right now, with the way this team is kind of settling in, I think we all understand our roles and what we need to be great at. And there's a lot of things that are kind of coming out as far as the guys who are expecting when they're going to be pitching, and and as far as that goes, knowing what kind of hitters they are as well. So playing to your strengths. I mean, we've got now 20 games in, or 21 games in, and we know what our strengths are, and we just got to stay true to those. Well, I just think having a postseason, but most importantly, being able to play in the fall and having a conference season, I think that got us ready to go for this postseason here. This team here has felt hungry all year. I've never felt that there was ever a time where summer baseball or really any outside influences are affecting this team. These guys are as a head coach, you kind of worry about that. What's the motivation level? But I think with them losing last year's postseason, a lot of these guys were going to be a big part of that last year's success, and them losing that last year. I think they understand what's at stake right now.
Talk about Logan Antrim and the vital piece to the pitching staff he's been this season.
Yeah, well, he's worked hard at it, and he deserves everything that's coming his way. He's a kid who wants the ball on every 5th, 6th day, but he wants to, most importantly, he wants to win, and he's a dog on the mound, and that's what you want whenever you especially get into postseason. When you need a win, you want that guy out on the mound. Not only Logan, and Logan's done great things, but I think another vital part of that is having our catcher Angelo Mandela here. He's an extension of the coaching staff out there. There's never a time where I doubt what he's doing, or I doubt a pitch that he calls. There's a time where I might question it, but then he explains himself, and it works out, and it's a good explanation. So, so we have Logan. Logan's doing what he's doing. We have Colton, who's having an exceptional year for a junior, and then you have Seth. So you have 3 really good pitchers that we can throw out there, and that can make for a long run. But again, we have to focus on the now, and we got to focus on the present moment. We can't let the moment get too big. I mean, again, Eli's another one of those kids who works his tail off, and again, he deserves everything that he's been given right now. And his batting average is where it is because of the work he puts in, and obviously the RBIs and the power production that comes from that 4 spot. And he's hitting pitchers' mistakes, and that's what you got to do as a hitter is you got to be able to hunt the fastball, and with 2 strikes you got to battle, and he's doing that. And he's kind of the centerpiece of the offense, but we've got some guys in front of him that got to get on for him to be able to cash in on those RBIs. So it's a team effort. We're not just a one hitter. We're not just a one pitcher. I look at ourselves as a pretty deep team, 1 through 9, and we just got to make sure that we're focusing on playing to our strengths. Don't try to do anything that we haven't tried to do all year. Be great at what you're good at. That's a saying that I like, and that I try to tell these guys all the time is that if you're a singles hitter, don't try to be a power hitter, and if you're a gap hitter, let's make sure that we're using all fields and not just being a pull hitter. So and that's one thing that Eli's been doing, and hopefully we can keep that going.